Alright guys, this is Iron Man, or LSH Iron Man, and bringing you guys a game here between me and a blue Protoss by the name of Budweiser, which is a pretty sweet ass name even though he's playing Protoss. And you know, I've been wanting to start casting games again. But, you know, I'm kind of tired of casting my own games, so if anybody out there has games that, you know, and they just can't cast them, or, you know, really fun games or cool games that they really like, send them over to me, send me an email on YouTube, or just send me a message, let me know, and I'll give you my email, and you guys can send me the videos, and I'll cast them for you guys. I mean, it's pretty fun for me, you know, I'll do it in my free time, so don't expect, you know, on the next day they'll be up, but, yeah. Alright guys, so I wanted to make this game because right now the metagame and just the game in general, a lot of Terrans have been having a tough time with Protoss, and you know, I'll admit the last couple months for me were really bad. I mean, I just did not know what to do against Protoss. It just seemed that once the 15 minute mark around that time hit, I just could not do anything against them. Everything would fail. High Templars would rape me, you know. Colossus were like too mobile, you know what I mean, and I just didn't know what to do. And so I made this game because you know, this game, I think it really shows what you can do against Protoss, and even though they are very strong, you know, it kind of exploits their weaknesses. So right now Budweiser is sending over a probe to scout me in the early game. You know, nothing out of the ordinary. He's scouting, making sure I'm not going to proxy racks him or anything like that. I don't have any extra racks. So against Protoss in this matchup right now, what I really like to do, I like to go 1 racks expand. I don't take my gas till after my expansion is down. But that's pretty bad. It should go racks expand, then in this game I mess up, but you're supposed to make a ooh, wow. Supply depot, there you go. But instead, you know, I got a little carried away and I started making my bunker, which you do need a bunker, and you should make a bunker, just not at this time. You should, because, you know, what is he going to have? Look, are you serious? Look at the Zealot. It's going to take forever and days. That bunker is up way too early. You should have maybe 2 or 3 Marines before the bunker should start going up. So right now, the probe count and SCV count is pretty much around the same. As soon as I get mules, I'll be ahead by just a little bit. So what should we talk about? You know, Protoss in that mid to late game, obviously in the late game they're very, very strong, and it just seems like they have too much sometimes between the Colossus and the charged Zealots and then the High Templars. I mean, it just doesn't seem like the Bile Ball is really enough. You know, it just doesn't seem like we're putting out enough damage. But I think it really has to do with, you really need to scout them early. If you see Colossus, then you got to start going Viking ASAP. I took my gas already. I put 3 workers on geysers. I'm making 3 racks, and I'm pretty much rallying them all to this bunker, which only has 1. He's only got a Zealot and a Stalker, and he's got 24 probes. I got 19 workers, so he's really kicking my butt. Chrono is pretty good, guys, even though I have a fast expand. The only problem really when you make this many workers, I think he's saturated now. Yeah, he is saturated. He's saturated already. So basically he overmade workers. If you do this, as you can see, look, he's doing the Sauce build where he only has 2 workers on gas, 2 probes on gas. He's going all the way up to 5 gates, I believe. Yeah, 5 gates. And he's not expanding. Anybody out there that's like gold and below, this is bad. You do not want to overmake probes if you are not planning on expanding. Alright, if you're going to do what he's doing now, which is a pressure build, which is like pretty much an all-in, I mean 5 gates, that's kind of ridiculous. This is too much. Okay, you want to have somewhere around the lines of 16 workers. You don't want to have anything more really than 16 workers on minerals, or else you don't get any more minerals faster. Let me show you the income. Right now, look at my income. I'm beating him by like 400 minerals, okay? And he has 26 workers, so I'm only ahead 1 worker, but I'm beating him by so much because my workers are being more productive. So here comes this push. I only have 10 Marines, okay? But I have 2 bunkers. The reason... Let me see if I can go to my vision for a second. I'm about to scan him. I'm going to scan him pretty soon because I want to see if he is going to expand. If he's expanding, then I expand 1 more time. Usually I like to go up to 3 expansions before I even move out. Look, I scan. I see he doesn't have an expand. I move out. I see he's coming. It's an all-in, pretty much all-in. He's got 3 sentries, 6 stalkers, and a Zala right now. So you got to pull all your workers, pull, because you got to repair these bunkers. Force fields are pretty good, but look, this is why having things, you know, having the barracks, having the supply depot. Look at the barracks. It took some damage. The AI of these guys, they started shooting the barracks instead of shooting the bunkers. Repair. All of a sudden, I got 14 Marines, and he only has 2 stalkers and 2 Zealots. That's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I got an expand, and he doesn't have an expand. I got 32 workers. He has 26 workers. And his 26 workers are not being very productive, as I already mentioned. And that's it. I mean, it's that simple. And, you know, you guys might be saying, oh, well, that Protoss, he doesn't know what he's doing. He shouldn't have pushed out. You know, it's very rational for him to push out. I mean, think about it. If the Terran is going early expand, he's like, oh, well, I'm going to beat him with a really, really good solid pressure build. And he had enough units. He just couldn't pull it off because I had more than 1 bunker. You know, you might want to have maybe 3 bunkers, and I kind of did it wrong. You're supposed to have your workers come in front of the bunker as you're repairing it. So now I have 33 workers to his 29, and he's barely putting down an expansion. He only has 4 sentries. Now, what a lot of Terrans usually like to do is that they just like to take their army and they just like to aim move, and that's it. And, you know, in my case, there was no reason to do that. In my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm so ahead right now. He lost all of his army. He doesn't have an expansion. I have an expansion. Why would I go and attack? I pulled down a missile turret because, guess what? DPs are real, and those guys like to come at around the 11-minute mark. So I always have to put one of these guys down, one of these missile turrets, because DTs are not fun, guys. So I scanned again and I saw, okay, he's expanding. Wow. So now I know I'm very ahead. I'm like, there's no reason for me to go attack. Let me just saturate my expansion, get a couple medevacs out. I already have stim. I need to get combat shields. And I'm like, okay, let's just go apply a little pressure because I know I'm so ahead. Now, a lot of times on certain maps, if there's a small ramp, it's not very good to go up a small ramp. You know, like let's say the expansion was here and this was the ramp I had to come into. Well, force fields is just going to stop you every time. So he knows that you're going to drop. But on a map like this, he doesn't know. I mean, you could drop, okay? But in his eyes, he's like, man, I can't. There's no way I can force field here, I have to stay here. So I'm using the map to my advantage because I can't. On most maps, all you have is this little chokehold, and then the expansion is there, okay? But on this map, there's 2 different sides I could come through. So he's not going to split his army because he's already behind. All right, I have 1 attack already. I made a Ghost Academy. I'm getting 1/1 and +2 attack. I'm already getting all my stuff, and pretty soon I'm going to add a 3rd expansion. So I load everything up, and I'm like, let's drop the main. Now, when you drop the main, don't go for like tech structures and this stuff. It doesn't matter. Go for the workers every single time. There's no need to kill his tech. If you kill his workers, you win the game. Okay? You're like, oh no, but Colossus are so good. Yeah, but once Colossus are dead, you can't. And he has no workers to make, you know, to make more Colossus, and he just dies. And there you go. Look at that. 25 to 46 workers. Look how many workers I'm killing. Look how good Marines are versus workers. Are you kidding me? Why would I want to fight this army? Maybe if I fight this army, maybe I come out on top, or maybe I just die if force field is good enough, right? Just run around. Make his army work for it. Look, I got army building up back home, and I got better upgrades. He doesn't even have upgrades anymore. He doesn't even have 1 win yet. He doesn't even have 1 attack. Just chase down all his workers. That's it. That's all you got to do. It's that easy. Look, he has to come with his whole army. It's really slow. He doesn't. I know he's not gonna have tech because he did that pressure build on me. Now, when I know I'm ahead, look, I killed all of his workers. Okay, now I'll trade with you. Now I'll attack all of your armies. Because I just killed all your workers. How are you going to remake army if I killed this little bit of army that you have left? Look how good his army is against mine. Are you kidding me? I had way more Marines. And all of my medevacs had mana. So now I'm like, hey, look. There's no need to rally across the map. If you rally across the map, who knows? Maybe he has a DT sitting here attacking all your stuff. Alright, so I built the Ghost Academy. I got +2 coming. And I know this is all he has, because I killed all of his workers. There's no way. I mean, he has 3 expansions. But that's it. GG. Alright guys, so let me know if you guys want to see more games. And if you guys have any fun games. Or if you guys want to know about any cheesy builds, I got a lot of them. Thanks guys.